Let me start out by asking you to donate to the ministry here in Ukraine, where I'm preaching the gospel one-on-one with Ukrainians, face-to-face. You can donate in the link in the description down below, and I would appreciate it if you would consider donating on a regular basis, especially if you are benefiting from the videos on this channel, and you are seeing that we are preaching the real gospel that Jesus preached, not the fake gospel of the apostate churches. We're preaching what Jesus preached. Now on with the update. So some of you have been watching my videos for a while, understand that there are about 4 things that I'm involved in. If I'm not doing 3 of them at once, I may be focusing on one in particular more than the others at the moment. So I'm preaching the gospel here in Ukraine. That's my main ministry right now. I am making these videos for your benefit, the benefit of the body of Christ. And I am also translating the scriptures, creating the Rooted Word Bible, as you can see at the top here. But the 4th thing that I'm sometimes doing is programming for this translation work. That's a necessary part of it, and I do have skills in that area. What I've been doing lately that has kept me from making more videos is programming the interface for translating the Old Testament. The Old Testament is a very special issue in translation work, because we're using the Septuagint, as you can see LXX up here, which stands for 70 in Latin Roman numerals. And that's the designation that scholars gave it, not me. So that's a designation given by scholars, not me. LXX. So you'll see it called the Septuagint, all spelled out, which means 70, or LXX. I'm going to show you what I've been working on here recently to get ready for translating again of the Old Testament and doing other things with the Old Testament. These are the interfaces. I wouldn't call it just one interface because, as you can see, there are tabs in the browser. So I've got 2 tabs open here. One is Genesis, Brenton, LXX, and the other one is, well, probably can't read it, but it says Genesis also in Greek. Sweet, LXX. Sweet is another man. Brenton's translation from the Greek to the English was done about 1844, I think, the first one, if I'm correct on that, somewhere around that period. And this is the Greek transcription, and he copied this from another man who made a Greek transcription. And he either did it from another Greek transcription or from seeing the Codex Vaticanus, which is held in the Vatican Library. Now, it's not something created by the Roman Catholic Church. It just happens to be in the Vatican Library of all places. And it's our oldest Bible in existence in any language. Now, I don't think that he saw it personally, Brenton. Well, I know he didn't, but I don't think even the other person saw it personally. I think Brenton's is a 2nd generation or 3rd generation transcription. Nevertheless, it was the most popular one for a long time. Then you've got Sweet's Septuagint that he transcribed. I think he was working from photographic plates because the camera had been invented by then. Photographic plates had been made. I think his first one was in the 1880s or maybe even 1890 something. So I've got these side by side. There's going to be a 3rd panel over here in this space that will be Codex B. That's what it's called, the Codex Vaticanus. It's called Codex B. And that's where I will put the text as I visually compare these to it in modern photographs of each page of the Codex B that I have access to. And I've done some work with it already. But as I look at this, I can see who is right and who isn't. And I can make sure that I get this exactly correct by visually comparing it to what is actually written there, letter for letter. And so I will be producing a precise transcription of the Codex B. Then I will be working off of that transcription to translate into English. It's much easier to translate from a transcription in digitally printed letters than it is from the handwritten letters of scribes from the 4th century. So it's easier just to visually compare and establish what the letters are that are written, and then when I go to translate, work from the digitally produced letters. This is what I've been up to, okay, these last couple of weeks. And the way this works, you can see up here, there's a go-to. This is my menu. Drops down. You can open up, like Numbers, for example. You got all the chapters for Numbers. Open the chapter, and there are the verses. You just click on it, and it'll go to that verse. I'm in verse 8 of Numbers. And then if we get to the chapter, I can hit top and go to the top. You see I'm in Numbers. Let's go here. This is all in Greek. This is what it's actually labeled as in Sweet's corpus in his book. So let's say, let's see, we'll go to Leviticus 7, verse 22. Okay, we're at 22 here of Leviticus chapter 7, and there's chapter 8. Hit top. There it is. All right, so that's how this works. It's pretty cool, and I can click on a book too and get to the book. Same here, I can click on a book and get to the book. Or I can click on a chapter and get to a particular chapter without a verse. Just takes me there to the chapter. So it does the same over here as well. And these are all of the, and this includes the Apocrypha as well, because it includes the Apocrypha. Now, Brenton added a few books that are not part of Codex B. And so that tells me he was also working with other manuscripts as well. Probably not directly, but through the transcription that he was reading. So here I'm in Maccabees chapter 4. Chapter 4. Maccabees, first Maccabees. So it's pretty handy. Over here, Sweet's got a different set of books. So he doesn't have Maccabees in his, any of the 4 Maccabees. But he's got things like Bel and the Dragon and Susanna, which used to be part of Daniel. And in the Codex B, it is actually part of Daniel, right? That's what I've been up to. So you can pray for me on this, that I'm able to go quickly through these things. May the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart.